Hi, I'm Anish Gangwal. It's been around 9 years that I'm working in the data analytics field, and now around 6 years that I'm working with this company, NeenOpal.
Yeah, hi, I'm Raghav Kedia, and I've been working with NeenOpal for the past 5 years. To give you a little insight into NeenOpal, we started the company around 10 years back, and Anish and I have been here for almost half of that time. We actually started off with data and analytics, and we've now built ourselves up into an AI deployment company as well. Over the period of 10 years that we worked with multiple companies like AWS, Azure, GCP, we've ended up getting a Microsoft partnership and a data and AI solution designation from Microsoft. And with AWS, we have now reached the Advanced Tier Partner, and we also have the AI service competency, which includes AI tools as well as Gen AI projects. So that's what we're here to talk to you about right now, our experience with AI and what we are seeing in the world today. So Anish, do you have anything you'd like to say about what the state of AI is right now, how it's affecting
Exactly,
us?
yes. So AI, I would say it's not a buzz now, right? Because initially, when like 2 to 3 years back, when we were listening about AI, it was all about, oh, it's a buzz, it will fade away. But now it's not a buzz. It has came into reality. So day to day life, and you'll do a conversation with your peers also. They will have something related to AI, right? So I would say it's not a buzz now. Okay, so please be cautious, like all the company in the analytics, like whoever is working in the field of analytics, be cautious. AI is now there, and be prepared
Is
for
here
it.
to stay.
Yeah,
I
it's
think,
here to
yeah.
stay,
I think a
obviously.
big difference that we must have seen from earlier is we had robotic process automation come in
Exactly.
earlier, which could do mindless tasks. Now that's changing. You can get the AI to do whatever tasks the RPA was doing, along with a thinking aspect along with it, right? The human in the
Exactly.
loop bit also helps a bit, and now that's what we're working towards in most of our AI projects. Have you had any experience working with, say, agentic AI, or have you? Could you give us your insight about agents?
Exactly. So before driving into that agentic AI side, right? But I would say that first thing that I would want to say to everyone, it's about the data foundation. So what is happening is companies are like mindlessly going into the AI side. So if a company is coming to us, right, for consulting, they will be like, okay, add AI to my company. It doesn't work like that, right? It's not a plug
Right.
and play, right? It should be like first see your data, first create data foundations, very strong data foundations, first create very good pipelines. After that, AI can help you. AI
Fair
is not
enough.
like, okay,
Yeah.
it can just do a plug and play, it will give you results directly, and you'll have actionable insight, right? It's not like that. So yeah, I would say first have a very strong data foundation, have a proper data governance policy, because AI is what, it will just learn the data that you will feed in,
Correct.
right? So if you have wrong data, it will give you wrong results, and you will not be able to know that these are wrong results unless you will see the results of it in the later phase,
Right. And you
right?
have to get in deep into the results to actually
Exactly,
understand.
exactly. So yeah, let us now talk about the myths about AI, right?
Right. So
So
I think this is one of the biggest myths, right?
exactly, that is one
It's
of the
not a
biggest
magic
myth.
wand. You don't just come in and apply it.
Exactly. And one more myth is like people think that if they are using more AI tools, right, they will get good results. It doesn't work like that, right? You have to see the data problem what you're facing. Then you have to see where would AI fit in. It is not a silo process. Okay, I have created an AI model, I'll get this result.
Right.
You have to embed it in your workflows,
Yeah, you need to
right?
understand what your business needs, if it
Exactly.
actually works for that case, what your scale is, in fact, right? It doesn't matter, you can't put AI for small tasks which you could do anyway, and then, you're not really saving any time.
Exactly.
You'd spend more time creating the AI process and debugging it rather than, actually getting it to work.
Right. So what people are doing, okay, so my competitor is using AI. They
Right.
don't even know what is he or she
What they're
using it
using.
for. They don't even know what is the result for it. They are just mindlessly saying that, okay, I'll just put AI into my company. So that it doesn't work like that, right? And also it's not like that more AI tools or I'll use more models. You have to see your problem statement and
Right.
then you have to select the model. There are like numerous models in this world, right?
Right. And
Now
each of
which one
them
you have to pick?
optimized
Yeah,
for
you have
each
to see
other.
that, right? So that is, I think, the biggest myth that the
Yeah,
companies.
I think that's where we come in as a consulting team, right? it's easy to say, okay, we want AI in this or however. It's about more about the solutioning and understanding the underlying issue and actually seeing if AI is applicable or not. Because if it's just a mundane task which can be done with RPA, we'd suggest you do it with RPAs, do it
Exactly.
with code. Don't like over engineer your projects or your workflows.
Right. So it's a lot that I have seen this industry. Like 9 years I'm into this industry, and I have seen all kind of project. Like from the dashboarding, which is descriptive kind of project, to machine learning model, predictive kind of project, and now I'm seeing the AI wave. Right. So what I would say is that people are not focusing on the results, right? So what companies are doing, I will divide companies in two parts, right? One is a set of company who will just add AI to
Yeah.
anywhere and everywhere. They'll just add AI, right? And they will give you demos for it. They will not even think of what is the result that it's going to give, right? And then second spectrum, the end of the other spectrum is the data oriented,
Yeah.
output oriented data analytics company, right? So that is where I would fit NeenOpal into. So first we see the data, we see if AI is really needed or not. We will
Right.
see if without AI we can get the results or not. If not, then we will see where we can fit in the AI, right? So that is how I would fit NeenOpal in.
Yeah, makes sense. I think a large amount of population right now still who's using Gen AI tools and so on and so forth. They don't really know if the result they're getting is actually optimal. In the sense, they're like, okay, I want to do this, and AWS will give you, your Chat GPT or Claude or whoever will give you some answer, and then if you believe it as God's truth, that is the problem, right?
Exactly.
It does hallucinate. You need to know when to put certain checks. Even if it says that something's going to happen, you still need to go through the documentation of whatever tool that you're planning to use to ensure that this is actually possible. It's not something that is just seen as a high level documentation item and then given us an answer. So
Exactly. So that is what I'm about to come
yeah.
to, right? So what is happening? We are working with the company since like 6 years now. We were creating dashboards for them. We have created a lot of Tableau dashboard, Power BI dashboards for them. Then we did some predictive modeling for them, right? Recently now we have suggested them an idea. Okay, so what you can do, so it's a retail company. So what they get the orders of is like TVs or washing machines or tailoring machines. So they get orders for this. So what we suggested is, okay, you get orders for it, right, on emails. So currently what they are doing is manually they are seeing, okay, I'm getting this much order. How much time will it take to fulfill that order? What will be the total amount of that order? And will I be able to fulfill? How many days will I take? And
Right.
from which warehouse I should give the order from, right? So now we have automated that system using AI. What we have done is, if an email comes to their inbox, right, automatically what AI will do, it will check the complete database. Where can I find all these items? What would be the total cost? Also it will see for that customer, do I have an additional discount or not? What kind of discounts I have offered on my website? Everything it will check. It will also check, okay, in past whether that customer has paid money on time or not. It will check anything and everything and create a proposal, but it will not automatically send. So that
Right.
is what we say, human in the loop, right? It will send it to the concerned person, he will check it, and after that they will send the email, right? So this is what we have done, but it's not mindlessly, right? We know their business, we
Right.
understand what they want, right? We understand how much time they take to create that proposal, and now we have suggested them this idea and we have implemented it and it's working well.
Right.
So that is how
I think a
NeenOpal
big
works.
part of that is also to understand what can be automated and what is actually adding value to them. Right. In the sense, the amount of time a certain person would take to clear an RFQ, if you're able to clear their schedule and they have time to do other stuff, that's where AI really wins. I think a bigger myth that we can bust using this is AI is not going to take jobs necessarily. It's just going to allow you to do your job differently
Exactly.
and in a more, hopefully in a more efficient way. Because creating all of the stuff that comes with an RFQ, rather than just reviewing it, making a few tweaks and then sending it across, really changes the way most companies would be working.
Exactly.
So I think that's a great
I think
example.
also in past you have seen, right? Like when computers were coming in, then people were skeptical. Okay, it will take our jobs. But now, if
Right.
you see, it is helping us, right? It has not taken the job; it is
Right.
helping
But you
us.
have to reskill. You
Yeah, you
cannot
have to reskill,
assume. Yeah.
obviously. Yeah, because world is moving forward. You have to
Yeah.
reskill. So yeah, that's about it.
So that also reminds me of one of the projects we did, similar project for a company which deals with a lot of metadata, wherein through the email requests of their clients or their product managers or internal teams, we are able to raise Jira tickets into their sprint cycles depending on what the requirements are.
Okay.
Now what happens is basically whoever your product manager or the requester will drop an email to a certain team or a certain email saying that okay, these are the new features that we wanted, and maybe prioritize them saying that okay, these are three features we wanted, but this is P1, P2, P3, and then that kind of gets picked up and put in by the AI tool and put into Jira into their current sprints, depending on, of course, the team members that are available.
Exactly.
So even resource allocation to a large extent in that case is somewhat taken care of, because it also understands how the sprint system works. So that's the beauty of AI, and how we are being able to use it for normal day-to-day tasks that earlier used to take a good amount of time for any manager or a scrum master or anyone to actually go and update.
That's the point I'm making, right? We as an NeenOpal, first we understand the business, because for many companies we have been working for years now, right? We know their business, we know their pain points, so we don't mindlessly go and add AI
Just sell.
anywhere, right?
Yeah.
We just don't sell AI, right? We just try to enable things which will help them make their things better. So that is what we do, I think, at NeenOpal.
Right. Yeah. I'd just like to add that, just to add to our credentials for NeenOpal, we are also Microsoft partners for data and AI solution designations. And we've also got an AWS Advanced Tier Partnership with the AI service competency. So hopefully we'll be releasing a lot more products on the marketplaces. And also we'll keep everyone abreast about our, the new AI projects that we go about.